Okay, I think we're ready to go, Dave.
Okay, great. Well, I just wanted to, this is Dave Rice with Michigan Agency Partners, and just wanted to first thank you, Jason, for the opportunity, and all the folks over at IAD, just kind of kicking off this webinar as we do quite often, and wanted to make sure we get some information into everybody's hands. We have a wonderful partnership with IAD where they can literally let you, as an agent, get licensed, take the sale from A to Z, be as involved as you'd like to be with any of the sales process of individual health, the Medicare supplements, all of the products that they have to offer. Or I know that they are very good folks, and you can actually work with them on a referral basis as well. So while you're either learning the business or maybe you're working on a couple of cases that are a little more sophisticated and really not sure how to go about presenting or helping your client, they can certainly step up and help you with that regard. So I can't emphasize enough the opportunity to round out all of your existing property and casualty clients. It's a great opportunity for additional income. As I always like to say, keeping the bad guys out of your client's door, so sealing up all those cracks and writing all the business so no one can come in and steal the business. So with that, I just wanted to thank you again for the opportunity. Thanks again for the partnership, and I'll turn it over to Jason.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Appreciate those kind words, and we certainly appreciate the relationship with Michigan Agency Partners and your team of producers and all of your PNC offices around the state of Michigan. We appreciate the opportunity to work right alongside you guys to obviously fill a role and come in and assist your agencies with various products outside of your standard products within your agency. So again, we thank you for the opportunity as well. And glad we could be here today. Appreciate all of you who made it out this afternoon. Nice way to kick off the new week, and hopefully we can give you some good ideas to take away from this meeting. My name is Jason McClellan, if I hadn't already mentioned that. One of the team members here at Insurance Advisors Direct, also one of the contacts that you'll have available to you if this is something you'd like to explore, if there are some opportunities, some products that you would love to discuss further, we would be happy to do that. And at the very end, I'll show you the full team points of contact that you would have at our office, but I myself being one of them. And again, real quickly before we jump in, just a quick house cleaning note. We do have everyone other than the presenters muted. So if you have some questions, myself, Dan, we'll keep an eye on that. Just go ahead and type those in the box, and we will do our best to make sure all of those questions are answered. And we will take a few moments at the end of the presentation to answer questions. So if you don't see something throughout, but you think of something at the end, we will give a few minutes for that. So again, thanks, Dave, for joining us this morning. I know you have a hectic schedule, so we appreciate you carving out some time. Appreciate everyone else being here as well. And we'll move through this pretty quickly. Again, dwell a little bit further on questions as those are asked, but we want to make sure we just kind of give you a high-level view of what the opportunity is and see if any of this makes sense for your personal sales and for the clients that you currently are servicing. So we're going to go through a few opportunities here today. Again, we're kind of talking about opportunities in 2019, how you can build out your practice, what products would make the most sense. And we've been spending a lot of time as we travel and meet with independent agencies across the country, spending more time on cross-selling techniques. You know, we see a lot of opportunities being missed by organizations who maybe focus or key in on one or two or a few specific products. And what we tend to find, especially with many of you, if you've been in business for a long time, you've probably built up a nice, healthy book of business. You've got some great clients, some great relationships. But what else can you do with those? Why stop, your what you offer and what assistance and what solutions you can bring to those clients, why stop at maybe your current portfolio? Wouldn't there be other products that would be of need or make sense to your clients, especially if you've been around, as I mentioned, for quite some time? Maybe you've had some clients with you for many, many years. We see many of those people will come back to you at various stages of their life, have different needs for them, for their family, or maybe they've gotten to an age where they're getting older and now they're going into Medicare. And we see and hear and get requests for this often from agencies who have never dealt with Medicare, but they're now being asked more and more questions. And of course, there's a variety of things you can do. You might partner with another agent who's an expert in that. You might bring someone else in-house. You may look for a good marketing organization to help you, assist you. Well, today we're just going to spend a few minutes showing you what opportunities are out there and how we can help make this an opportunity for you and for your company. And we do see the senior market as a great opportunity for everyone, even those who are not currently participating or working with senior market products. And some of the reason is on this slide in front of us. Here we have the huge baby boomer growth. We see 13,000 plus people a day across the country are turning 65. And one of the things that makes that appealing to someone like yourself or to organizations like you who are out there is you may already have this relationship. And when someone turns 65, and I think some agents prior to 65 don't understand that, but when I talk to agents who are involved in this market, when they turn 65, they feel the pain of those seniors who are getting those hundreds of phone calls a day. They're getting those piles of mail. They're being solicited left and right from individuals they don't know. They're not sure if they can trust. And some of that information certainly does not line up. So who can they trust? Well, maybe they've worked with you and your organization for many, many years. Certainly it would make sense to come to a trusted source like yourself, as long as you felt qualified and equipped to help them out. So again, that's where the opportunity comes in, utilizing that good relationship and good rapport you have with your clients to expand into other products that they certainly need help with. We see that growth is going to continue over the next, they say 15 plus years. So we see this is not slowing down. So it's amazing when you think of other industries out there that, they face ups and downs, and, we certainly don't have that situation here when you're dealing with the senior market. It is growing. It's going to continue to grow, and there's really nothing that can slow that down. And so if we're playing a part, we see great opportunities, again, not only for helping bring solutions to our clients, but from a business standpoint as well. And it's ways that you can certainly attract more people. Maybe you attract new clients now that you're involved in Medicare. Maybe you find that it does open some doors, and it's a nice opportunity, and certainly those can feed some of the other products that you're currently utilizing. Some of the offerings that we work with closely and we help our advisors around the country work with are contained within the Medicare supplement products, Medicare Advantage, prescription drug plans, and even group Medicare or group retiree medical. So we can help get you up to speed on any one of those products. Maybe you're currently working with some of those products. If you'd like to expand or consider some of the other offerings or opportunities out there, we'd be happy to show you. But these are the main products that you're going to see talked about to current clients of yours or to future clients that you may bring in the door. And again, our team of experts here in-house have worked with these products. I would say your 3 points of contact, myself, Dan, and Mark, between the three of us, we have probably 75 years of Medicare experience. And within the rest of the sales team, we have well over 100 plus years of experience with senior life and health products and even under 65 products, which we'll get into in a minute. So again, you have experts on hand to help you with these clients and with these needs. The other opportunity we're going to talk a little bit about is the under 65 health insurance market. Now, between the under 65 and the over 65, really, we've looked at every prospect or every client you have, right? You no doubt have some people who are turning or on Medicare, and if they're not on Medicare, of course, they're going to be part of the other population, which is the under 65 health market. Now, the nice thing here, if you can offer some nice, simplified, low-cost solutions, that is going to be something that's popular with your clients. And we see a greater demand than ever for people who are under 65 looking for new solutions. And if you're involved in this, you already know this, but if you're not, much of this came from the introduction of Obamacare, as it was known. Those plans did quite a bit to increase availability of health insurance to people for those who are lower income, and obviously introduce solutions that were affordable. But the problem is it didn't do a good job for much of the other populations, maybe the middle to higher income earners. And really what it created was a very high-cost health insurance environment, and one that we were forced to take on plans or introduce plans that weren't necessarily suited for everyone, or maybe we were paying for many benefits that we could never access or never actually utilize. So the Affordable Care Act really became very unaffordable. And so what we've heard over the past few years is, what can you do to help me get out of this high-cost plan or these high premiums? I can't afford them anymore, and then when I go to use the plan, I have such a high deductible, I can't even use the plan. So I still have to pay. So essentially what they've done is really just protected themselves for anything catastrophic, which we know that catastrophic doesn't happen to the majority. Catastrophic is what happens to the few, and though we never want to see that happen, it's not the norm. It's not your everyday use or practice of people. So today what people are facing is unaffordable plans, high premiums, high deductibles, little to no benefit they can access when they actually need it, and they don't necessarily need all the benefits that they're paying for. And then when you look at it from an agent standpoint, see over these few years, many agencies have gone out of business. They've stopped offering these plans because there really was little to no incentive to even carry these programs, because there was very little to no commissions involved, and it just became a problem, especially when it was outside of the open enrollment period and we got into the special enrollment period. Some things have changed, but many of those commissions just completely disappeared. So it was a lot of work for really little, no return. But that is changing. And the good thing is that because the ACA penalty has been eliminated, you now have, and your clients now have, the freedom to choose simplified products. They have the freedom to choose other products that do not meet the ACA standards, but they can do that now without penalty. And what we find is with those products, which we are big advocates of these products, and we would encourage you to have something like this in your portfolio, whether it be a short-term medical plan or, better yet, a limited medical plan. Many of these, your clients could see huge savings in premiums, 30 to 60% on average, with no deductibles, more upfront benefits, easier to access, and actually benefits that they can use more frequently for a lower cost. So really for the majority of people, it's a better solution. Just think about if you've ever had one of your clients complain about health insurance, or if you've ever gotten a call from a family member or friend saying, man, I can't keep up. These premiums are crazy. Do you have anything that you know of that are lower costs? If you've ever had those phone calls, see, those clients are a perfect fit for a solution like this. Now, if you're talking to somebody who has terrible health, chronic conditions, constantly doctoring, this is not a place for them. They probably couldn't get through some of the simplified underwriting that's out there. But for the majority of people who are just having it just in case, they maybe go once a year, maybe they go for a checkup, maybe they go for a physical, again, these plans, these limited medical to short-term medical plans, are an ideal fit. And the best part about it from a business standpoint is the commissions are nice and healthy. We see on average anywhere from 15, 17 to 20+% for agents. And that's not just a first-year commission. Those plans do have renewal commissions, so if those people stay put, they continue to renew. You, of course, are building a nice book of renewal business for health insurance. And the other nice thing, if you look at these products, when we talked about Medicare earlier, see there are a lot of people that are in those transitional years. Maybe they're going from early 60s, then they hit 65 and they go on Medicare. See, in those early 60s, those health insurance plans are extremely expensive, and they may not use them much. These limited medical plans are a perfect transitionary product. If you're putting maybe a spouse into a Medicare product and the other spouse is a couple years younger, again, these products are ideal and a very low-cost way to help them get coverage. So just consider some of the reasons why these plans make sense. Opportunity 3 is talking a little bit about life, annuity, and final expense market. Some of these products may be a little bit more geared towards your older senior population, those who have wealth, those who are looking to make sure their money is in the right IRA type product, or maybe they need something lower cost on the life insurance. But just knowing that that is available to you is important. We have some nice conversation starters, pre-approach letters, transitionary pieces that help you identify who these clients and prospects may be and which plans might be best suited for them. But again, it's just something that you may want to think about how you could incorporate this into your practice. We see for most people, maybe most agents, is if this isn't your daily activity, it might be something more of an afterthought, but that's okay because we have, again, tools, resources, and people available to you that can help make you that expert behind the scenes, or if we need to be more in front and helping you in front of things, we can certainly be that access and that professional that is up front helping you and your clients. We have a lot of new sales tools to attract clients to these products. And again, the nice part about it is if you can help to them to find these sources, these new products, and the low-cost type product, certainly, again, that may feed other parts of your business, or if you can attract new clients because of these products, again, you are continuing to feed your maybe core products that you work with on a daily basis. Opportunity number 4 that we wanted to talk briefly about is ancillary or supplemental products. Now, this one we think has a great fit for agents who are primarily dealing with property and casualty. And from our understanding, most of you out there on this webinar today are probably dealing mostly with property and casualty products on a day-to-day basis. And what we're talking about here is something kind of outside of your norm. Well, we think some of these products have a perfect fit. And if you're currently doing this and using these products, we applaud you. That's great because these are just nice transitionary products that make sense to offer with property and casualty. And again, we have quoting tools, enrollment systems, and some of the products that we see more popular are accident, critical illness, cancer, maybe some disability, or dental vision. And in a moment, we're going to talk a little bit more about how they might couple up with products, but these are, again, more product lines that we can help assist you with. Example here, this came from P&C offices, what some of them are already doing. Some of the current MAP partners have expressed that they're doing this or shown interest in getting involved with this, but think about it. Maybe offering an accident policy on every person that you insure, maybe their motorcycle. Unfortunately, hate to say it, but accidents do occur. Maybe you talk about some sort of term life or cancer insurance with those homeowner policies. What about maybe disability with every auto policy? Maybe you can mix and match those, ones that make the most sense. And actually what we've done is we have gotten 10 top sales ideas from working with P&C agencies, talking to MAP partners, finding out what works, what fits well together, and we have actually created a top 10 list, and we will be sending that to each of you who are on this today, and we will also be highlighting this at the upcoming MAP event next week. So we certainly look forward to meeting you in person, but these are just some of the ideas we feel make sense. If you're already insuring one part of this person's life, why not talk to them about other solutions or ask questions that may lead to other solutions that would make sense for them and obviously may help protect them from something that they have a fear of. We just quickly put together a little slide here about some of these solutions and also what the income potential is. So let's say here you were to sell 10 cancer policies a month. Maybe you got into a rhythm. This is something that really made sense and worked. You see that's an extra $17,000 to your commissions on an annual basis. Those also have renewals to them. So you do that on a year in and year out basis, you could see some nice sizable income from these small supplemental plans. And they're very easy, and most people you talk to have no doubt had a personal experience with someone in their family or maybe themselves that have been diagnosed with cancer. And it's we hear from a lot of people they're not familiar with these products. So again, it's something that you can bring up. They probably have a concern or a need, and again, from a business standpoint, you're growing your sales and your commissions. 10 accident plans a month. You see the numbers there, an extra $18,000. 5 med sups in a month, $15,000. And the nice part about all of these supplemental plans, these health insurance plans, is there's a nice, healthy renewal to them, again, which will help you continue to grow your business nicely. So, and as Dave mentioned, to help you get more involved in these programs, we've created 2 different revenue options, 2 different helpful solutions to help you incorporate these sales into your business. Because we understand that some of you may not have the time or the ability or even have the interest to get involved. But what you do have is you have clients. And what you may have are clients with concerns. And so what you'd want to be wary of is sending them off into the open market to just kind of figure it out for themselves. So as a good partner to MAP, we obviously have your best interest and your client's best interest in mind. So what you could do as option 1 is if you have those types of clients, we will partner them or you with one of our in-house sales representatives who are fully licensed and certified in the state of Michigan and many other states to help your client find the correct coverage, get those persons through that application process, which we keep you notified along the way of that process and how the progress is going. And we'll make sure that once that person has completed the process, they've been enrolled, they've accepted those policies, that your agency will become a referral bonus. You'll be receiving a referral bonus. So again, you don't have to go through the process, the licensing, the certifications. You don't have to maintain those certifications, but you can certainly, with peace of mind, refer those good clients of yours to an in-house expert here. Again, MAP has done all the vetting. We make sure that the people working with these clients have been doing this for quite some time and can properly help your clients through that solution process. And again, you would receive a referral bonus for that. Option 2, which we have found has probably become the most popular way of getting into this, is to let our trainers work with you personally or maybe you have somebody you've delegated this to in your office, or maybe we've even seen some agencies bring people in just to take on this role. But we can come in, we've got all the tools, all the training, sales material, quoting tools, presentation material, marketing pieces. So we will build you an in-house expert. That way you don't lose control of that client. You don't have to worry about losing that income. And you let us do the work, let us train you to become that expert. And once you're properly appointed and certified to sell, we'll make sure that you're in with all of the MAP preferred vendor partners, and that you have all the tools you need to grow your business with all of these various products that we've mentioned here today. So those are your two of your referral or your in-house expert options, your income sources that you can generate from adding these products. Some of the things we've done to help make it easy, as you can see here, we have created sales success kits for all of our core product lines. These are turnkey selling systems, all the way from prospecting and marketing, through education, through presenting products, through finishing the application, and we've got a variety of tools, whether it be presentation materials, if you do something more in a larger audience format, to just your one-on-one sales in your office or at a kitchen table. We've got all the tools for all of these product lines. And again, this is what we would bring in to make someone in your office the expert on these products. From a Medicare standpoint, here's just a sampling of what we make sure that you have on an up-to-date basis, identifying some of the top plans in your geographic area of Michigan or whatever other state you're working in, just so you have a nice, simple-to-use highlight sheet that shows you which plans, which carriers would make the most sense for your clients. Again, simplifying it so you don't have to be that expert, since this may not be your day-to-day business. Here are some of our preferred vendors in each of these product lines, and we'll send you a full list of these. So we'll send you a full list of the non-preferred, but also a full list of the preferred vendors that Michigan Agency Partners has partnered with and has asked us to present to you. So you see that for Medicare Supplement. Here are some of our under 65 health insurance limited medical carriers. Here are some of our life final expense annuity carriers. And then our Seniors Choice Group Medicare. Now this one is a very unique product. We do constant training on this product because of how many opportunities can come from this and how great a program this is, especially with its flexibility. But if any of you are working with small, medium, or large business owners, you should be talking about this product. So if you have those as your clients, please let us know, and we'll help show you how to develop that business and show you what a strong referral and ongoing enrollment tool this product could become. So again, something unique, but specific to the Medicare arena. Here are some of our local Michigan Medicare Advantage carriers. Again, there are some others, but here are some of our preferred vendors here in Michigan. And if you work out of state, certainly we could provide those other ones to you as well. And now here's a full list of all the product and carriers available to you. There's roughly about 16 product lines here, roughly about 35 carriers that you would have at your disposal through the Michigan Agency Partners and IAD partnership. Here are some of the other product lines listed. So whether you're currently selling these today, or you see some that you've had some interest in or would like to pursue a conversation, please, again, let us know. We'll be in contact. You can reach us through email, phone, website, but we'd be happy to talk more about those details. And here's one of our quoting tools, again, free of charge to all Michigan Agency Partners agencies, and something you can run Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and life insurance quotes from. So even if you're not the expert, somebody comes in, hey, Ms. Jones, let me just look real quick and see what's competitive. You can type in their information, zip code. This is going to tell you all the top plans in that zip code for the state of Michigan or whatever state you might be using, and going to make you obviously prepared to present the most affordable, competitive product, which is a big thing for Medicare supplement products. So there's a lot you can do with this tool. We do full sessions and train on how to use this, but again, just letting you know it is available for your use. Now, one of the partners that we've worked with the last couple years since we've kicked this off with Michigan Agency Partners, a gentleman by the name of Adam Wallace. Great guy, had a nice, had an opportunity to get to know Adam these last couple years. But he has really taken some of this information, taking some of our training and tools, and really put it to use and done a tremendous job growing out this area of his business. And Adam was kind enough to join us this afternoon to spend a few minutes just sharing a little bit about what he's done and a little bit about what this opportunity has grown into for him. And so, Adam, if you have just a minute, again, we appreciate you being with us and taking time out of your busy schedule, but maybe you can share with the group here what experience you've had.
Absolutely, Jason, and thank you. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Good afternoon. Again, as he said, my name is Adam Wallace. I have an agency in St. Joseph, Michigan. Like most of you, if not all of you, an independent agent. I started out as a captive agent with State Farm and realized the advantages that we have, over captive agents in offering options, in the P&C world with home, auto, and business. And having that mentality of selling deeper into the household and providing more options made this a real easy decision for me a couple of years ago when I entered into this partnership with IAD. For me, it boiled down to, do I want to, sit back here and sell insurance, or do I want to be known as a trusted advisor? And some of these things you've heard already. But you make the choice on whether or not, you're sending these folks down the road and maybe to a place that, can provide the solutions you can't, along with some of the solutions you can. So as Dave mentioned earlier, to protect that book, that was an easy decision for me. With all the different products, not only on the front end, have these guys at IAD just done a tremendous job of doing the research for us, providing the correct carriers, the competitive carriers, the trusted and reputable carriers, but with their back-end support and not having to be, that expert every time and be able to, be that person that says, hey, I don't have the answer, but I'm going to get it for you. They've helped me tremendously. So as Jason said, we entered into partnership a couple of years ago, and, it started out as Medicare only, Medicare supplements, as part of our roles, and I firmly believe that, we need to provide education to our clients. And, the Medicare world is really one of the best opportunities to do that, as it's just so confusing for our senior market with all the different phone calls and mailings and commercials. So I get that peace of mind being able to sit down with these folks and make sure that they leave here, with a good understanding that they've made the right decision. And as has been mentioned by multiple here about the revenue stream, really is limitless, especially in the annual enrollment period, has added a significant amount of commissions to my book. And as we continue to grow and IAD continues to grow, this just turns into more and more opportunities. Once you're in the Medicare field and you have one spouse aging in and the other spouse is not quite 65, and now they're offering these alternative plans, a limited medical that, sometimes I'm saving the 63, 64-year-old client, could be upwards of 50 to 60% of what they would be paying for one of the, affordable health plans, as were mentioned before. So, I can't speak highly enough about these guys. They've done great work. As an independent agent, you have to put the effort in and decide, which revenue stream you're interested in, but I would highly recommend, taking advantage of the complimentary training that they're offering and the opportunities to build your book and provide more solutions and create clients for life.
All right. Well, thank you, Adam. We appreciate the kind words, and we certainly appreciate the partnership, and you've done a tremendous job at incorporating some of these products. And so, again, we thank you for coming out and sharing that with the rest of the group here. And again, as Adam mentioned, we encourage you all, and that's just kind of part of it, is making sure that we're bringing, or MAP is bringing you the new tools, resources that you can use to continue to maintain your client relationship, not let other agents get into that book of business, but to certainly assist them with their needs across property, casualty, life, health, and do a good job. And again, teamed with experts like our in-house team, as Adam mentioned, that can help you be that expert when that need arises. You call us up, trust me, we get some of the most interesting situations thrown at us, but that's okay. That's what we do on a day-to-day basis. We get creative. We look at our product portfolio, our carriers. We may even have opportunities to create custom products based on, an individual or a group's needs. But you bring us a situation, you bring us a need, you bring us a budget, whatever information you have, and we will scour the product portfolio and the carriers available to make sure that we find you the right solution, which could take hours, minutes, but ultimately, if it's not something you've got the time to do, again, our experts in-house can do that. And again, keep your clients happy and involved in the solutions that make sense. So appreciate you coming out, Adam. Thanks for sharing those words. As I mentioned, here is our point of contact list. So some of those numbers, you may want to jot those down. You've probably heard from or talked to Dan. Dan's with us today. Dan, if you want to say just, interject here or say hello for a second.
Well, sure, Jason, and thank you very much. I'm Dan Greer, and if you don't recognize my voice, hopefully you will soon. But it's been a great presentation today. Jason's done a great job, and we just want to, again, acknowledge Michigan Agency Partners, Dave Rice, and the whole crew over there. We just really have a great respect for what they're doing, and we're right there with them, also trying to help you strengthen and enhance your business and grow it. And we've seen it happen. Adam's a great testimony, and thank you again, Adam, for coming on today. And I guess two things I would just say real quickly. Number one, don't get overwhelmed by all this information you've been given today. Take it one step at a time, one case at a time. Baby steps and all of that. We're not here to take away from your core business, which for most of you is property and casualty. However, it's not that hard, and we've shown with many examples that it's not that hard to diversify a little bit. And if you do it a little bit at a time, that's okay too. Adam sort of took a big leap all at once and really started mining his book of business, and he's done a tremendous job. And so if it takes just doing things one step at a time, one case at a time, I think once you see how you're able to assist, it'll catch fire inside of you. Because really, what are we all here for? We're here to help people. And there's no more greater satisfaction than to help people keep more money of their own money in their own pocket. And we have so many ways of saving people money and getting them access to the care that they may need that maybe they can't get through their traditional insurances. It's just, I love this business, and I look forward to working with all of you, and look forward to seeing you next week, actually, up at Soaring Eagle. So that's all I got for you, Jason.
All right. No, thanks, Dan. And I wanted to make sure that Dan's kind of takes the lead of the team here in reaching out to your offices. So you've probably had a conversation, or you'll be getting a call from Dan. And we appreciate your efforts, Dan. And as he had mentioned, we look forward to seeing all of you next week. We will be at the Soaring Eagle. We're one of the exhibitors and sponsors at the annual MAP event, and we'll have a couple experts there to talk with you, share more insights, provide some additional information, and just be there to help discover what opportunities might exist at your office with your current clients, or what you might want to do as you continue to grow your organization. So we'd love to help be a part of that. And again, we certainly look forward to meeting you in person at this event. All right. Well, now we're at our end of our presentation. We thank you for your great attendance throughout this last 30, 40 minutes. Do we have any questions? Again, you can just type that down, lower left-hand corner. I haven't seen any questions yet, but if you have any, please go ahead and put those in. We'll wait just a minute here and see if we get any that come up.
Yeah, folks, if I might, this is Dan again. Make sure if you're on this webinar today, definitely introduce yourselves to us and say, hey, I was on the webinar. I'm just kind of curious. We have so many people on here today. We appreciate it. And we are recording this, by the way. Just let us know if you'd like to have a recording of this. We'll be able to send that out to you within a couple of days.
So it looks like hopefully we covered this information well, and we're able to simplify both the opportunities we were referring to from a product and carrier standpoint, as well as from a position standpoint and partnership with MAP and IAD, whether it be the referral option that makes more sense for you, or again, letting us come in and help build an in-house expert for you. But again, we look forward to working with each of you. We will certainly be in touch, and if there's anything we can do, please let us know. So again, wish you the great rest of your day, and thank you for joining us this afternoon.